horse.
Horse? Yeah. Slow and steady, okay?
And squeak.
Now we are going to let you know. Oh, they make noises too?
Yeah, this is a new one.
This is the living room and dining area.
Jeff Morris is a nice guy. He's caring, he's intelligent, and so is the staff he works with. But not a lot of people want to know much about the work he does, and even fewer, it seems, want to see his work firsthand.
Kind of. They're called gerbils, but you're real close.
A-N-D-E-R-S. That's how you spell your name. I'm going to write today's date, which is 9/24/09. Should we write a check to like Walmart? Practice right in there?
Royal.
Make the other one out like JCPenney when you go shopping for new jeans and t-shirts. Yeah.
So these are big things. We have, there's a jumbo jet, big mountains, and skyscrapers.
Morris is the executive director of Imagine the Possibilities. Imagine is a nonprofit agency that works with individuals who have intellectual and physical disabilities. Imagine staff helps disabled persons enhance their quality of life through, as they say, teaching, guidance, and motivation.
No.
It's a line of work that many people would just sooner not talk about.
I've been in situations where we've been in, business fairs, community fairs for the general public in this community and other communities, and folks will walk by your booths or whatever, and they'll realize who you are, and they kind of look straight ahead, and they don't make eye contact because they really don't want to be familiar with what you do until, of course, something happens in their life. Then there's all of a sudden a great desire to be familiar with, understand, and appreciate the fact that a service like this exists.
Morris says he can't necessarily frown upon a person's natural tendency to shy away from this kind of work. Actually, Morris says it's not smart to live life constantly thinking about what could happen, the what-ifs of life. What if I suffer a brain injury on the job? Or what if my firstborn child is born with autism? Morris doesn't want people to be overwhelmed with these kinds of thoughts. But he does want people to know that Imagine the Possibilities exists.
Good job.
I think that we provide a really solid and foundational service for our community. There's a large number, larger than most people would ever understand or recognize, of individuals with disabilities, really in any community, Oskaloosa notwithstanding, that need our assistance, that need our help.
Jeff would like to tell you that he came into this field 22 years ago with a great sense of planning and purpose and mission, but that's just not the case.
Quite frankly, it was got a job working for this organization as I kind of was finishing up my last year of college, working in a direct care position in one of our 24-hour sites.
In 1987, Jeff was working second shift, along with several other staff members and 15 disabled individuals.
Our shift was largely, obviously, them coming home from whatever they were doing during the day. Everyone had some sort of job, whether it would be in a sheltered workshop or supported employment or something like that. And we just kind of get them through the evening, all the functions that you normally experience during that time of coming home and getting things put away and making a meal. And
it wasn't long before Morris had a chance to take on more responsibilities. In 1994, Morris was promoted to executive director. As executive director, Morris has to be able to comprehend every nuance in an ever-changing industry. Morris's work environment has an almost tangible government presence. A large percentage of Imagine's funding is supplied through Medicaid, federal dollars. Supplemental matching funds come from the county and state. Changes to funding and care guidelines happen often.
This year alone, we will have had, by the time we get to the end of this year, I think I counted 10 different independent surveys or examinations or certification reviews, that kind of thing, to make sure the various areas of what we do are being done appropriately. And the expectations that we face in each of those areas seem to change a lot. The focus that governmental organizations choose when they're out looking at organizations like us shifts from year to year or from period to period. So we're kind of constantly having to adjust and find the moving target, if you will. I get a little frustrated sometimes because I feel like it keeps me from doing some of the things I'd like to do as an executive director. This year especially has been very challenging in terms of sort of responding to corrective action things, and you know, we're in an environment where there's a lot of scrutiny.